The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. At the 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Lance now on first down. Flush to his right, letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At their own 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. It's a gain of 13. Brings up third and 9. Throwing his Carr on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They go with Jacobs, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Gibson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw his car. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Sheds off the tackle, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders nothing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Mike 52, Mike 29. 29.
Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Lance now on 1st down. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Washington 1st down.
Lance going to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Lance. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes this Washington 21. Raiders nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He uncorks it for Snead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Lance. This is brought in by Gibson. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action, now it's Lance. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then you're deep.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it is 28-0.
Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked by Jeff Gladney. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The final shot here before half for Carr. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Lance. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Carr, his throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football, that makes big plays, and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lance now on 1st down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Powering his way forward. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Lance, a 15-yard touchdown run. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Lance now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Cool under pressure right there. Escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll run with Gibson. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up.
He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a carry for Jacobs. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On play action, Lance. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw again on second down. Lance. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
First down Washington.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got an open man, it's Foster. And some room to roam now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And according to our friends with Next Gen Stats, that sack occurred in a mere 2.1 seconds. Good luck trying to avoid that.
Back at the 10-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. He's picked off, and it's a fumble. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean,
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Logan Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. And Lance going to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
One final try now for Carr. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of